Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV, back at y'all with another live. Man, I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive night. I hope y'all having a great day overall, man. Back at y'all with some more boxing talk. We got some things that we currently need to discuss going on in the boxing world, man. We're gonna talk about Devin Haney possibly dropping his lawsuit with Ryan Garcia to make a fight late 2025. We're gonna talk about Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez most likely being next. And then we're going to get into some open boxing topics, y'all. Shout out to everybody that's in the building so far. If y'all can hit the like button as soon as y'all come in, that'll be very much appreciated. You see what I'm saying? I already see there's a few people in the building that I fuck with, man. Shout out to the nation and the mob. You know, as far as I'm concerned, man, we only have 7 subscribers left until we reach that 2,500 mark, man. Shout out to the nation and the mob. You know what I mean? I think I only had like 4 left, but I had a few people unsubscribe. It is what it is. It come with the game. You feel what I'm saying? So if you guys, the 10 people that's in the building, could really push and get me to that 2,500 mark by the end of tonight, that'd be very much appreciated. You see what I mean? I was gonna go on earlier, man, but I took a nap, and that nap turned into how long was we sleep for? Like 3 hours. Yeah, man. So we got a little bit carried away. I was supposed to go to the gym, but we having like a power outage, man. So there's some bullshit going on, but that should be fixed by tomorrow. So we'll be back to regularly scheduled programming. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. Shout out to my boy Coffee Plant. He said we got ourselves a fight. That's what it's looking like, man. And not only a fight, fights, plural. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to the boy Stop Motion MMA. He says salute. Pagai Petit, what up? ESL with teacher Selvin. What's going on, Selvin? I hope everything is well with you, man. We gotta bring you back up on the channel soon. You feel what I mean? Let me check what them likes is looking like, man. Let me check what these likes is looking like. Hopefully you ain't got me looking crazy. Let me see. It's not even letting me look at my own live. What the fuck going on with this shit? YouTube be bugging sometimes, bro. All right. YouTube be bugging. All right. We got 6 likes. Come on, man. Let's get them up. We got 11 people, 6 likes. Come on, let's get them up. Let's get them up. John McSmith, what up? J Cash, what up? Good to see you on here, my brother. Go 787, what up? Eddie Meddy? This nigga said if she ain't 280, she ain't a lady. Yo, that's actually funny as shit. He said 380. He ain't say 280, man. He wildin'. He wildin' for disrespecting that woman like that, man. That's some shit that's extremely personal. I know if somebody talked about my girl, it's a bad job. We not doing that. Pagai Petit said that the WBC put a weight clause on Kid Austin. Is that true? Listen, man, let's actually address that. Let's actually address that, man, because I feel like this dude, and I was talking about this yesterday, man. If y'all remember yesterday, I was talking about how Floyd Schofield's dad is giving off like a very, very paranoid vibe. You feel what I'm saying? Like a very, very paranoid vibe, man. It seemed like this dude is just, he felt that the fight is getting closer. And slowly but surely, unconsciously, he's starting to reveal his doubts. You feel what I'm saying? And it seems like he's already like setting in some excuses in case shit go left with his son. I started to feel like that as soon as he started talking about the passports. He wasn't able to go to London. He wasn't able to go to London because, they ripped the page out of his son's passport. They completely took his passport. And he also alluded to them going to London, is would low-key sabotage their camp and fire Joanne Guzman after only having him for a few weeks because he don't know who to trust. And, it's a lot of paranoid vibes, man. A lot of paranoid vibes. It seems like this dude, Floyd Schofield Sr., just crashing out from a mental aspect. Now he's coming out here and talking about how the WBC is putting a weight clause on Kid Austin. That's not what's going on, man. The WBC has been doing this for a while. I remember Boxing Ego back when I used to watch his channel a few years back. He used to make videos about the WBC doing check-in weigh-ins, for like specific fights. I could pull up videos where, you'd be a week out for the fight. The WBC has been doing this. They've done it with Canelo. I think they did it for the Canelo Triple G fight where, you got to be this if you're if you're this many weeks away from the fight, you have to be this weight. You know what I mean? And as the fight gets closer, they just sitting there to make sure that you're cutting weight properly. You feel what I'm saying? Which is something that I actually agree with the WBC. In all honesty, I do feel like there needs to be a healthy way of approaching a weight cut. You feel what I'm saying? I don't even know if there's any consequences behind not being on that specific weight that they're asking for. I don't know if they fine you. I never heard of a fight being canceled because of it. But the WBC has been doing check-in weigh-ins for a pretty long time. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't understand why Kid Austin is putting it out there. Kid Austin's dad is putting it out there, uh, as if it's, you know, unusual. I could show you guys better than I could tell you. Look, let me see. See, look. So I'm gonna share this with you guys. And they talking about weight clauses and all that shit. It's not necessarily a weight clause. Like I said, it's really just to prevent fighters from cutting weight improperly and fucking up their health. Because if you cut weight improperly, it could really have some detrimental effects in your performance and your overall health. So let's uh let's talk about it. So according to this AI overview, a WBC check-in weigh-in refers to a mandatory weight check that boxers competing under the WBC rules must undergo at specific intervals before the fight, typically a month out, 2 weeks out, and a week out prior to the official weigh-in, to monitor their weight to prevent extreme dehydration leading up to the fight, prioritizing fighters' health and safety, which is what I just said. These check-in weigh-ins have specific weight limits where a boxer cannot exceed a certain percentage above their division weight limit at each stage. It's really that simple, people. So when I hear Kid Austin's dad coming out here and talking about how, I mean, let's hear exactly what he had to say. Let's hear exactly what he had to say, man. Like I said, I can show you guys better than I can tell you. I don't really see anything too concerning about this. I don't understand what the issue is, but it just feel like he's searching for something to talk shit about. If we being honest, shout out to Marissa. What's going on, Marissa? Yeah, we're not talking about people's wives. That 280 comment was funny, but we're not going to drag it. You feel me?
Fast question. I don't really see anything too concerning about this. What up, y'all? I have a fast question. Where was those WBC weighing regulations and rules when Devin Haney was fighting as their champion and coming in super big? And fight night, y'all know fight night, we supposed to fight 148.5. That's the rule they said. I never seen Devin step in that ring fight night 148.5. It's crazy how some of these sanctioning bodies, they twist the rules for these fighters on certain fighters. Apparently, Shakur must have got nervous. Please put that rule in there. You're a little too big. So that's what's going on, y'all. But we're going to make those weights. But that's what we facing. They don't want us at 100%. They scared, y'all. They scared. So now WBC got this that they implementing in this fight. So I hope they do it on all fights, where they implement their weight clauses and 3%, 7 days before weighed, and 3 days before weighed it's another weight. That's all this nonsense, y'all. So that's when they trying to stack the deck against you. But we gonna knock that boy out.
Well, that's Floyd Schofield's father's comments. I don't know anything about them having to come in 148.5 for their fight against Shakur Stevenson. If you were to do the math, that'd be 13 and a half pounds. They cannot go over. This is according to Schofield's father. I don't have any knowledge about that, but all I know is the check-in weigh-ins are, they're common. You feel what I'm saying? Now, do they do that for every fight? I'm not sure. I don't know if unification fights, neutralize that or set that to the side. I don't know. But if that's what they agreed to, then what I mean, whose fault really is that? Like when Canelo Alvarez signed up for that catch weight against Floyd Mayweather, whose fault was that? You know what I'm saying? When you sign that dotted line, you have to deal with whatever comes within the wording. You feel what I mean? So I just find it funny how I highly doubt that this is something that he just found out. You know what I mean? I'm sure this is something that he knew from the very beginning. So why are you bringing it up now? You know what I'm saying? That's what you dealt with. And if you're not 100% putting on 13 and a half pounds after a weigh-in, then there's something that you guys are doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's been fighters who've rehydrated way less than that and still are able to perform at a high level. So if you guys need, more weight than 13 pounds in 24 hours to perform how you're supposed to, then maybe, just maybe, you're in the wrong weight class, sir. So that's what I think about that situation right there, man. I don't really know what to make of it. I got to see if the WBC confirms this. I have to see if Shakur Stevenson confirms this. I didn't hear anything about a rehydration clause. I didn't hear anything about, their weight being capped 24 hours before the fight. But if he's talking about check-in weigh-ins, that's something that I've been hearing about. You know what I mean? Like I said, I used to watch Boxing Ego a few years ago, you know what I mean, report on these check-in weigh-ins and how, everybody is cutting weight smoothly in preparation for the fight and things of that nature. The WBC has been, you know, implementing these rules. So that's just what it is. The stranger, what up? Stop motion said pointing fingers like a goofy. Hey man, it's like he all over the place, man. It seems like from a mental aspect, like he'll bring up some shit that he finds concerning in his mind, that he'll end it off with, oh, but we still gonna beat him. Oh, we still gonna knock his ass out. No, you're expressing a lot of concerns and then trying to berate them as if they're not a big deal. But little do you know, you're really expressing it being a big deal just based off of you speaking about it. If you didn't consider it a big deal, I highly doubt that you will use the energy. You will use your energy to really speak on it. You feel what I mean? So, if you're having trouble with check-in weigh-ins or you feel like the check-in weigh-ins are a problem, maybe you guys aren't cutting weight properly. If you're worried about, 13 pounds not being enough to rehydrate the night of the fight, maybe you guys are in the wrong weight class. Accountability needs to be taken. You feel what I'm saying? That's just my personal opinion, but I'm glad you brought that up, Pagai, because I completely forgot about that situation. That was something that I had saw earlier, but it didn't really stick to my mind. What really stuck to my mind is these topics that are currently, in the title of this video. You feel me? So let's see where the likes is at, man. Let me see where these likes is at. Hopefully, y'all not being stingy with the likes in here, man. Let me see what's going on.
Is that, man? Let me see what these likes is at.
15 likes with 30 people watching. Come on, man. That's disrespectful, bro. It's like y'all niggas don't even want to support the channel. I already know the nation tuned in. I already know they supporting, but come on.
That's disrespectful, bro. It's like y'all niggas don't even want to support.
Let's get this shit popping, bro. We got goals in place, man. Come on, let's get it. If y'all appreciate the content, let's get it. J Cash said, you like the word accountability? Yeah, I like reverse accountability. You got to know how to deflect. Ryan Garcia is a master at deflecting. He's a master of making himself a victim and a master of just ducking accountability at all costs. And that's why he's in the position that he's in right now, being sued left and right. You know what I mean? Reputation down the drain. Only got racist and, delusional ass boxer fans supporting him. You know what I mean? That's not good company to be in or to be amongst. You feel me? I know everyone is supposed to show concern and preparation for a fight, but Schofield is showing too much concern. Yeah, he's showing it a lot. Yeah, I mean, he feeling the pressure. I'm telling you. He really feeling the pressure. A lot of people don't really notice it, but trust me, I've been in this boxing game for a good amount of time. I know when somebody concerned and when they worried about certain shit. He's really worried about Shakur Stevenson. They've been trying to, belittle him, talk about he ain't got no power. You know what I'm saying? And all that shit sound good, bro. If you niggas think that power is just the answer to everything or that's the end all be all, that's your prerogative. But, the shit that Shakur Stevenson has in his arsenal is just as dangerous, if not more dangerous than, simple power. That's just my personal opinion. The stranger said, I would rather have Abdullah Mason versus Shakur. I don't think Abdullah Mason is ready for that level yet, man. They still building Abdullah Mason. He's slowly getting into the contender phase of his career. And he's about to fight the dude that Rolly just beat not too long ago. So let's see how he performs against them, man. That boy hit the canvas twice in his last fight. You know what I mean? It was a brilliant performance nonetheless. And he showed a lot of, composure, grit, focus, maturity. You feel what I'm saying? Heart. But in terms of fighting Shakur Stevenson next, I don't think that's something that Abdullah Mason should be looking for at this point in time. And in all honesty, I don't even think that's something that he's, wanting at this very moment. I think he's allowing Top Rank to build him. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't think that's something that he's hell bent on doing as of right now. Definitely in the future. But like I said, he's slowly getting into his contender phase, and he's just working to get himself ready for that championship level. Sebastian Perez says, looks like Ryan is fighting Teo before Haney in October. Yeah, it looks like, and I was going to wait to talk about it, but fuck it, since you brought it up, it seems like both of these guys, Devin and Ryan, are going to be fighting before they face each other. I think they're both going to take warm-ups or tune-ups, whatever the fuck they want to call it. And, if they both come out successful, they'll fight each other at the end of 2025. Now, it seems like that's the typical Turkey Al-Sheikh recipe, giving these guys warm-up fights and stay busy fights before they actually get into the big fights. I'm not a big fan of that. In all honesty, Turkey Al-Sheikh shouldn't even be a big fan of that because he took that approach previously, we wasn't able to see Joshua versus Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Which was very unfortunate. You feel what I'm saying? They gave Joseph Parker to Deontay Wilder. They gave Otto Wilder to Anthony Joshua. Only one person came out successful in that equation, and that was Anthony Joshua. Deontay Wilder came up short, and that fight fell apart as a result. I'm not a fan of the tune-up shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't even look at Teofimo Lopez as a tune-up at all for Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? So let's see how that shit comes together, man. But Turkey Al-Sheikh, he seems like he doesn't really care about these guys taking losses. Maybe if they take losses, as long as it's not like a huge loss or anything like that, he probably will still put the fight together. Or if anything, that could set up, if Devin Haney comes out successful and Ryan doesn't, hypothetically speaking, that he just had the winners fight each other, which is still a great fight. Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez. You feel what I'm saying? So, I'm not a fan of the warm-up shit. I like the they never described it as a tune-up. They said interim fights. I mean, let me see something. Let me see. Looking up the definition of interim. Interim basically means stay busy. The intervening time. Meantime, meanwhile, interval, interlude, temporary, pro time, short term, fill-in. You know what I mean? So basically a warm-up fight. You know what I mean? But regardless of what it's called, whether it's interim, a tune-up, warm-up fight, whatever the fuck it is, bro, I feel like those are very dangerous and could get in the way of, the main fights actually happening. Upsets do happen, yo. And I don't even know if Ryan is a favorite with Teo. Those odds may be very close. O3 Dub said Ryan versus Teo, Haney versus Pitbull. Inside source told me. Well, that's very hard to believe because Pitbull about to fight Fierro on which undercard was that? Was that the Tank card or was that the Benavidez card? I think it's the Benavidez card. Let me see. So this is going down February 1st. Yeah, so this is going to be on the Benavidez card. So, I mean, if he does a quick turnaround, possibly. But I don't know. I don't think Pitbull will even entertain fighting Haney. You know what I'm saying? Pitbull was just talking about how he don't even want to fight Ryo because Ryo running shit like that. Pitbull knows that he can't beat smart outboxers. You know what I'm saying? He can't. He'd rather have somebody stand in front of him so he can have his, way in terms of, letting his hands go and possibly knocking dude out. He knows he can't fucking beat no outboxers. He know he can't cut off no fucking ring. So what he's trying to do is belittle these guys' styles by saying they runners when in reality they really just got his card. You know, Pitbull is a one-dimensional fighter. You know what I mean? So, you know, there's very little that he could do in the ring. There's very little adjustments that he can make. So he wants to avoid that style at all costs. I mean, if that's your inside source, then we'll just have to wait to see if it's true. Who do I think Haney should fight for his tune-up fight? Well, like Anonymous said, you know, technically we wouldn't call it a tune-up fight. They're interim fights. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm hearing, you know, I heard the little bullshit reports that it's Adrian Broner. I highly doubt that. It seems like that BLK Prime shit is completely out the window. Seems like Turkey Al-Sheikh pretty much intercepted that. So we'll see, bro. We'll see. It depends on what weight he coming back at. You know, is this fight with Ryan gonna take place at 40 or 47? If it's taking place at 47, he should do a 147 contest to see how he feels at the weight. You know, there's a myriad of options, especially when you got Turkey Al-Sheikh backing you. You know, your resources are, I'm not gonna say infinite, but they're vast. You feel me? Jose Ramirez is one name out there. Jose Ramirez, that's not bad. That's a good fight. You know, Jose Ramirez, former champion, definitely you know, on the decline in my opinion. You know, definitely not how he was, you know, a few years back, but you know, that's still a credible name. That'll be a good name to get back in the mix. I don't know if that preps you for Ryan Garcia, but you know, to be fair, I don't think anybody really fights like Ryan Garcia. I think he got his own unique style, and you know, I don't think a specific style. I don't think there's a specific style today in boxing that'll help you get ready for Ryan. 147 belt sounds good. It makes sense. I believe so too, man. Just to avoid, you know, motherfuckers missing weight. You know, Ryan Garcia somehow, some way has made 135 and shit like that, but never was able to make 40. So I don't know if this nigga just jumped past the weight class. I don't know, but just to avoid like the possibility of losing, you know, missing weight and shit like that and creating more drama, I will make it at 47, but maybe Devin wants Tio to, maybe he wants Ryan to suffer, you know what I mean, and cut them additional pounds. I know them stipulations on on that contract gonna be crazy, bro. Like if you miss weight, it's gonna be this much per pound. Like I could already see. You know, Ryan gonna have to do 365 testing. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot. Yeah, Ryan is extremely unprofessional. Extremely unprofessional. So, you know what I mean? With those type of people, you know what I mean, if you're going up against them, because you know, there's some unprofessional boxers out here that don't got no problem missing weight and, you know, even using performance enhancement drugs like Ryan. So you got to punish them dudes for that. All right, if you do this, this is what's gonna happen. You do this is what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Because the only way they're gonna really understand you and not take advantage of you if there's consequences, you know, for each mistake that they make or choice that they make. Because I don't think those are mistakes from Ryan's part. I think they're choices. Ryan versus Tio is an interesting fight, though. I wonder how Tio's defense is going to be, man, because I don't think he can afford to get hit by one of Ryan's hooks. Um, Tio is athletic, fast, good hand speed. He got some respectable power as well. I think Ryan got the size advantage. I think he's going to be significantly bigger than Tio the night of the fight. You know, but Tio comes in more prepared. He comes in better shape. You know what I mean? That's an interesting fight. I honestly got a 50-50 too. You know what I mean? Tio is known for rising to the occasion. You know, Ryan in the two big fights he's been in, he quit one of them and then he cheated the other. So you know what I mean? So it's interesting. It's definitely interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Bullies, what's going on, brother? Sebastian said, "How did T.O. lose to George? That was a bad loss." Well, it was definitely a bad loss. I agree with you. Um, I just think he wasn't focused, man. Like T.O. came in there extremely emotional, no game plan, wasn't setting up his punches, was loading up on big shots. George Kambosos stayed composed, stood behind his boxing ability, and was making him pay for his mistakes. You know what I mean? And T.O. could say that he had health issues or whatever the case was. T.O. was throwing both of his punches fast, strong, you know what I mean? But mentally, he just wasn't there. And maybe that was him just falling victim to the psychological games. I don't know if it's because he underestimated George Kambosos, but regardless, he lost that fight because his approach was wrong. And in reality, he probably didn't respect his opponent. You know what I mean? That's what I'm going to say. That's what I'm going to say. But, there's a lot of talk out here right now that Devin Haney might drop the lawsuit for the rematch with Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? It seems like they had told the courts to, put a pause on the whole lawsuit and stuff like that. I'm glad that Devin didn't automatically just drop it, but actually put a pause to it because, Ryan isn't to be trusted. You feel what I mean? I feel like he isn't to be trusted. And, Devin could absolutely drop the lawsuit and believe in Ryan, and then Ryan could go run off somewhere. Here's Devin trying to bring the lawsuit back together, which is a whole process that he really don't need to go through. So, yeah, I mean, you can keep it on standby in case this motherfucker Ryan Garcia get flaky. You feel what I'm saying? So, that's dope. What are they gonna say now? You know what I'm saying? Devin should do what real fighters do and not sue fighters, but actually try to get it back in blood. Well, Devin Haney's trying to get it back in blood now. So what the fuck are y'all talking about? You feel what I'm saying? Uh, like I said, Ryan Garcia went against the rules of boxing. He cheated. Try to find every advantage possible, even if it included cheating against Devin Haney. That was all public information. He got sued as a result. Devin Haney was heavily criticized for it. But Devin Haney has shown that not only is he willing to take it to court for Ryan Garcia, but he's also willing to run it back in the ring. So, it's just funny how, there was a stigma out here that Devin Haney didn't want to run it back. But the whole time, he's willing to put the lawsuit away in order to get his shit back in blood. So, salute to Devin Haney for that, bro. Salute to him. Salute to him. Y'all told him, oh, you should be doing a lawsuit. Y'all should be trying to fight again. Well, he's trying to do that. So, I mean, now what? Said Ryan takes the hardest fights. Devin gonna fight a dude that don't have a chance to beat him. I mean, well, we don't know. I mean, you can't necessarily say that right now because you don't know who Devin Haney's opponent is. You speculating. You're assuming. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you got to see who Devin Haney's opponent is first. And if it's an interim fight, then why does it necessarily have to be the most difficult fight? It seems like, Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez is a tough fight. You know what I mean? Teofimo Lopez is a tough fight, but that's not even confirmed yet. You know what I mean? We just going off of what the reports are out here. We seen them. I seen Ryan Garcia signing a contract. I seen him signing an agreement, but we don't know what's in the agreement yet. We have to wait to see. You know what I mean? What Turkey Al-Sheikh says or whoever announces it first. We gotta see what they say. You feel me? I just find it funny how, bullies is out here talking about Devin gonna fight a dude, don't have a chance to beat him, but we don't even know who Devin's fighting yet. It could literally be anybody. You heard it was Ramirez. Okay, you heard, but you don't know that. You know what I mean? You gotta wait for a little bit more information to come out. You know what I mean? You gotta let the information play out before you make these assumptions, brother. You know what I mean? That's what I learned. When I was young on YouTube just reporting whatever the fuck I heard, I found myself getting corrected on multiple occasions. So it's always best to, take in the rumors, fall back, let the shit play out behind the scenes, and when they're ready to announce it, then you provide your opinion on it. J Cash said Teal big ass head, big ass blockhead, gonna be a left hook magnet for Queen Ryan. Whoo. Teal get hit by that left hook, bro. That's gonna be a bad job. A bad job. You know what I mean? So we gonna see. Yep, let the news marinate. Absolutely. Well, let the news come out so then we could cook up on it. You feel me? Shout out to the 44 people that's in the building. Let me check where the likes is at now. I'm seeing 28 likes. We can do better than that, people. Come on, y'all. We on the road to 2,500. Let's see where we at. We 6 subscribers away. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that was supporting the short that I put up earlier. We about to hit 1K on that. You feel what I mean? Numbers going up on the regular, man. I appreciate that very much. Thank you, guys. Anonymous said, hopefully Reynoso could teach that high guard to Tio. I mean, I'm sure he can, but this is the thing. Ryan Garcia got such a powerful left hook, bro, that's not even a shot that you want to take on the gloves. Because that shit, he has a type of speed and power on it where it can still affect you. I don't know if you ever been in there with a big puncher or anybody that sparred big punches before, but I've recalled taking I've caught shots on the glove, and that shit will still rattle you. You know what I mean? The best thing is just to avoid it completely. Gervonta Davis gave you a perfect solution to, neutralizing Ryan Garcia's left hook. You know what I mean? Gervonta Davis will leave the lead hand out there to bait the left hook. Ryan Garcia, with very little intelligence or any type of knowledge of what's going on in the ring, he'll take the bait and shoot the left hook over Gervonta's lead hand. Gervonta will roll underneath and come back with a counter. You feel what I mean? The best way is just to avoid the hook completely. And the more that the more that Ryan throws the left hook and misses completely, the more it'll wear away at his gas tank. And, the last few fights that Ryan Garcia has had, he hasn't come in the best shape. You feel me? Anonymous said, I favor T.O. to be honest, but I want to see what Ryan looked like with no juice because nobody was saying this shit before last year. It's a great point. Let's see him without the juice. Let's see him go through a whole camp, passing, drug tests. You feel what I'm saying? Coffee Plant said battle of the racists. That's fucking hilarious. It's a fact. Battle of the supremacists. Battle of the clowns. Tay said Ryan fighting T.O. That's the reports that's out there, brother. They putting that together as the next fight, from what I understand. I seen I forgot if it was Ryan or T.O. that did the interview, but they pretty much spilled the beans on fighting each other next. I seen Turkey Al-Sheikh had posted up a picture of Ryan signing a contract. T.O., you know what I mean? He seemed like he was excited about the news and tagging Turkey Al-Sheikh. So it seemed like that's what they got going on. I think Turkey Al-Sheikh's intentions are to give Ryan and Devin interim fights and to have each other fight at the end of 2025. You know what I'm saying? Both of these guys, are coming off of, I guess you would consider long layoffs. Ryan Garcia won't be back until April 27th, I believe, or at least not banned until April 27th. I mean, he'll be banned until April 27th. Devin Haney hasn't fought since the Ryan Garcia fight, so they saying he might come back in March. So that's 11-month layoff, which I think is pretty long for Devin Haney, in all honesty. So maybe they're looking at it like, all right, let's get y'all back in the ring. get y'all tools sharp, and then y'all could, be locked in for each other at the end of the year in a big fight. 2025 in boxing is looking nice. Yeah, bro. Turkey Al-Sheik out here snapping. I was reading some shit. I don't know if it's true. I've seen it on Twitter that Riyadh season, Turkey Al-Sheik, them people they invested $1 billion in the zone and literally said that they don't care if they get the money back. It's like, what the fuck? They gave the zone $1 billion and they don't care if they make their return on investment. I fucking wish, bro. I wish somebody gave me $1 billion and be like, yo, bro, I don't even care if you I don't even care if you make that back for us, bro. Like, it is what it is. Here you go. God damn. For all that, they should have just tried to buy the zone. Shit. Y'all buying everything else. Sheesh. Could Teo versus Ryan be on the Canelo Crawford undercard? Maybe Ryan and Dev. Because it seems like, that's if they both come out successful. Because they said late 2025. And they saying that Bud, according to reports, Bud and Canelo will happen at the end of 2025, which is September. You know what I mean? So, man, imagine that. Imagine that. Bud versus Canelo, and then Devin and fucking Ryan on the undercard. Jesus Christ. Yeah, 2025 going to be a hell of a year. 2025 going to be a hell of a year, y'all. The Stranger says, he asked a great question. He said, I'm sorry, not that one. I'm sorry. The Stranger says, what's Haney's game plan against Ryan for him to win? Well, first of all, not to engage with Ryan. You feel what I'm saying? I wouldn't have him be too aggressive with Ryan Garcia. First of all, you gotta keep that right hand up tight. You know what I mean? In case, you don't, like I said, that's a shot that you don't want to take on the gloves. But in case you do, you want to have that hand up real nice and high. I would suggest, Devin Haney watch Bernard Hopkins versus Felix Trinidad. You know what I mean? Just so he could see that discipline that Bernard had the entire fight with keeping his right hand up to avoid the hook. And just boxing. You know what I mean? Not trying to trade with him, not trying to prove a point, not trying to outdog him. Finesse him. Just be who you've been your entire career. Using a great jab, punching off of, combinations off of your jab and utilizing your movement. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I would say for Devin Haney. Just be yourself and not let your emotions get the best of you. Like, don't completely forget the racist tangent he went on. Forget about him disrespecting your religion. When you in there, it's strictly boxing. Nice, composed, and not using your emotions. You know what I'm saying? There's got to be a lot of mental reps that Devin Haney has to go through in that camp. You know what I mean? And, a lot of focus. A lot of attention to detail. Sticking to the game plan, trusting his team. Because after that fight with Ryan, he did a lot of questioning. This is something that he admitted. He did a lot of questioning. He questioned his approach. He questioned his camp. He questions his team. You know what I mean? He's going to have to do a lot of sharpening up, not only from a boxing aspect, from a mental aspect as well. You know what I mean? So I think that's the only thing that's concerning with Haney in this fight. But if he is himself and he uses all his tools that's made him successful throughout his whole career, he should be able to outbox Ryan. Because the rounds that Devin didn't get knocked down in with Ryan, he won. So as long as he's not giving Ryan the opportunity to land that big shot on him, he'll shut him out on the scorecards. And I think with Devin knowing what he knows about Ryan being a cheater, I think him knowing that Ryan Garcia is going through 24/7, anti-doping testing, I think that'll give him, some closure. I think it'll give him some confidence. Like, all right, he ain't on the juice no more. Like, I got him type shit. So I think that's Haney's game plan. You know what I mean? Just being himself and not really getting into firefights with him. Not gonna lie, Mark Haney has to F him up. I think he just has to win, yo. I think that's a mistake. If he goes in there thinking that he's in there, he has to go in there and fuck Ryan up. You know what I mean? That sounds like you throwing caution to the wind and be like, fuck it, it is what it is. That's what cost you in the first fight. Can Devin Haney knock out Ryan if the rematch happens? I don't know. If he accumulates enough damage, we know Ryan would quit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people disregard that. Ryan has quit him, yo. So once you show that in there and you show that you're willing to sit out on a 10 count in order to no longer receive any more punishment, uh everything that happens in your career moving forward, we got to bring into the equation you possibly quitting because you showed it. Once you show quitting you, that's just something you'll always have, in my opinion. Anything can happen like Munguia versus Sarase. That's facts. That's true. What is this? He said the zone hasn't been profitable since its inception. Are you willing to pay more than 225 if the rates go up again? No. And I'm not going to speak on streaming fights or fire sticks or anything like that. I don't know what you're talking about, brother. But I know they're not getting 225 out of me. I don't even know where that number came from. So yeah. So let me see. So yeah, I mean we spoke on both topics. You know what I'm saying? Devin Haney, possibly dropping the lawsuit against Ryan Garcia to continue, their rematch at the end of this year. Looks like they both going to be facing interim fights, man. Like I said, I'm not a fan of interim fights or anything of that nature because I feel like that could cause upsets that could really derail, the main fight. You know what I mean? The main mission. But if they're accepting of it, it is what it is. I'm looking forward to seeing how this all falls together. And hopefully we get to see Devin and Ryan rematch at the end of 2025, bro. Sound like it's lit. Sound like it's on and popping. It seems like Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez is next, based off of what both sides are saying. And that's a very interesting fight. And maybe, just maybe, Teofimo Lopez turned down those fights that Top Rank was offering, and I guess it paid off in the end because Turkey Al-Sheikh is most likely going to give him a bag that he's never made before in his career. So I guess it worked out for the best. Maybe he's turning down Subrel in order to get a big money fight with Ryan. You know what I mean? Maybe it paid off. Maybe T.O. was right. Sebastian said, do you think we see Tate versus Stevenson in 2025? I mean, that's ultimately up to Javante. You know what I mean? It seems like it's up to him. That all falls into his hands. That's something that you got to ask, Tank. You know what I mean? But at the same time, whenever you ask Tank about Shakur, it pisses him off. So I don't know how far that question to really get you. It seems like he's retiring at the end of 2025. This is what he's saying. Those are his words, not mine. And it don't really seem like he's really pressed on fighting Shakur, him or his team. So to answer your question, I don't think that's a fight we get in 2025. Tank said he calling out somebody who's not a champion yet in his next fight after he beats Lamont Roach. So we'll see. We'll see. That's what you've been paying the last 2 years on a yearly. Yeah, you crazy as shit. You crazy as shit for paying that much for the zone. He said, when niggas mention Shakur, I get angry. That's funny. Des22 said, I'm buying the turkey card, but I'm not paying Nike Air One prices to watch a fight. I already know the outcome too. It's a great point. And look, as a consumer, that's your prerogative. You know what I'm saying? That's your prerogative. You feel like, the price ain't worth what you getting into, and you got every right to say no or walk away from it. It really is that simple. And they tell you that too. Leonard Ellaby, oh, if you don't like it, don't watch it. All right, I'm not. Well, I'm gonna watch it. You just not gonna get my bread. That's all. How about that? How about I am gonna watch it and you just not gonna get my money in return since you guys won't be on bullshit. You feel me? Haney versus Tank will be a great fight too. Yeah, we know that, Sebastian. We've been calling for that for years. We've been calling for that for like 3 years already. You know, did you see how much? And you want to know how you know Haney and Tank is a big fight? Because when they dropped that full unreleased sparring session, that shit went viral, bro. Millions of people tuned in to see that shit. That's a sparring session. That's just practice. That's a scrimmage. Imagine what a fighter actually do. It's a great fight, but it take two to tango. Gervonta Davis, that's not something he looking for. He rather fight, Lamont Roaches, Hector Luis Garcia's, Mario Barrios's, Rolly Romero's. That's the route he down. Isak Cruz, like those the fights he looking for. You know what I mean? The sparring felt like a real fight. Well, I mean, it was definitely heated. It definitely was rumbling for sure. If Keyshawn wins the WBO, he'll be the first to unify at 35. Absolutely. And you know why? Because the majority of the belts happen to be going on over at top rank right now. So Keyshawn's in a power position where he could become unified. I'm just going to be very, very interested to see how Shakur Stevenson reacts to his friend having more belts than him in the division that he claims he wants to become undisputed in. It's gonna be very interesting, yo. I'm telling you, that friendship not gonna last long, yo. I'm telling y'all. But as competitive as Shakur is, he said he wants to be undisputed, and nobody can be undisputed until they go through him. If Keyshawn were to grab that WBO off Baranchek and then fight Mordetalia, whoever the winner is for that IBF title, he's able to beat both guys and become unified. I wonder how Shakur's pride is gonna feel after that. Keyshawn said he's moving up. Okay, and that's possible. He's a bigger kid than Shakur. But what I'm saying is, I wonder how he'll feel knowing that the guy who, he became world champion first then and all that, pretty much lapped him in the lightweight division. Not overall in terms of accolades, but in the lightweight division, if Keyshawn, who's never been a champion, gets unified before Shakur, I wonder how Shakur gonna feel about that. Cause I know there's gonna be people that's like, oh man, Shakur, Keyshawn unified before you, and Shakur, he get emotional, so he gonna feel a way about that. I don't think Keyshawn and Shakur relationship or friendship, that best friendship they talking about, that brother shit, that shit they gonna have a falling out. Watch, and that's gonna be because Shakur not gonna be able to handle Keyshawn doing better than him or having more momentum than him. You feel me? Yeah, Keyshawn said he walks around 144. He said he's staying at 35. Yeah, I heard that too, but he said that like he'll most likely, move up weight classes and Shakur Stevenson will probably peak at 35. Let me see. Anonymous said Tank Devin is dead. Let's be honest, Tank ain't going up above 40 for anybody. He'd rather bring up 130 pounders. I mean, that's what his actions have shown, right? So it's unfortunate, but like I said, if that fight were to be put together, that'd be a huge fight. And now that now that we got like this big investor, Turkey out the sheet, moving around, trying to make these big fights happen. Now Tank saying fuck Turkey, so he about to burn that bridge with Turkey and be cut out of these, big events. It just Tank can never seem to get right, yo. He always got a problem with something. He always going against the grain. He don't want to fight this guy. He don't want to fight that guy. You know what I mean? He don't want to deal with this person that can make those big fights happen. It's like, what the fuck, bro? Like, how can you be satisfied being a Gervonta Davis fan, bro? So they're not giving you nothing that you want. Tank will fight Nayo anyway, but won't fight Crawford. I remember I told y'all Crawford said Crawford said he'll go down to 47 for Tank, but Tank don't want that trouble, man. He don't want that trouble for real. Shakur has publicly said he hasn't grown anymore. Yeah, you could tell. You could definitely tell. You know what I mean? Once I seen him eating that steak the week of his weigh-in, I was like, yeah, this dude ain't got no problem making 35, bro. He probably make 35 weeks before the fight, or he gets close to 35 weeks before the fight. Um, that doesn't necessarily mean he can't move up weight classes. Shakur is skilled enough where his skills could neutralize the weight advantages that are set against him. Like Floyd, Purnell, shit like that. So I think he'd go up to 40 and beat some of these guys. I think he'd go as high as 47 and beat some guys. I think 40 will be his peak in all honesty. I don't think he goes past 47. And I don't think he touches 47 anytime soon, honestly. But I think at 40, even though he might have a size disadvantage, I think that he can outskill a lot of guys. I think his skill could neutralize, these guys being bigger than him. Like I said, I think Shakur rushed his move up to 35. You know what I mean? I think Shakur seen a lot of smoke at 35. He wanted to be a part of it. He felt like the division he was in, wasn't popping or wasn't getting him the notoriety and attention that he wanted. I think he missed weight purposely so he could have a reason to move up to 35. Moved up to 35, and by the time he got up there, motherfuckers was already evacuating. That's why, once he got to 35, he was like, man, I feel like 135 overrated because ain't nobody fighting each other. Yeah, I mean, he thought that shit was gonna go one way and open up huge opportunities or huge doors for him to go through, and it ain't work out that way. You know what I mean? Him leaving top rank definitely fucked up some big opportunities to fight some of these other champions. Because I think that if he would have re-signed with top rank, not saying that he should have, but if he did, you know what I mean? I think he would have been in line to face uh, the winner. I think it'll put him in position to fight for that IBF title. You know what I mean? He probably would have got the Baranchek fight over Keyshawn. You know what I mean, it was a few things that he could have got opened up to, but I guess the move he made worked out for him because I'm sure he's getting paid more. He's being a part of bigger events. He involved with Turkey Al Sheikh, so he's gonna have some great opportunities coming up. Then Brian Norman say Tank hit harder than Crawford. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he probably did say that. And look, man, a lot of people say that Tank could punch. I mean, we never said that Tank was pillow fisted, but that doesn't necessarily equate to him, beating everybody or even beating a Crawford. I'm seeing people talk about, Tate could beat Crawford. I was like, Jesus Christ. Y'all really think that? Y'all got all this faith in Gervonta Davis when he don't even really show faith in himself. I mean, because if he did, he would have been fought the elites. There's no way I'm gonna ever have more confidence in somebody than they have in themselves. Once I feel like a nigga don't believe in himself, I don't believe in him either. Tank fans crazy, bro. They'll tell you that nigga could walk on water, cuz. I've never seen a fan base big up a nigga braids before. I've never seen that. He had his hair up in the ponytail. I was like, yo, that man got a Chrome Hearts beanbag chair, man. This nigga fly, man. Yo, this nigga fly, man. I'm like, oh my God. Y'all niggas talk about everything but boxing. It's like y'all not boxing fans, bro. This nigga got a Chrome Hearts beanbag chair. Who you know got that? Tank had on eyeliner. He probably did. He already stepping out with the purses, my nigga. You might as well go ahead and use that mascara and you know what I'm saying? Be a little tank. He said tank fans are insane. We talking about a man who only fought one style fighters who stand right in front of you. He never even unified. Those are facts. You can't tell them that though. Because then you a hater. Nigga said, you think Ryan made Haney cry? How the fuck would I know? How the fuck would I know? You think Haney made Ryan cheat? Yeah, Ryan versus T.O. That's what they say is happening. Now, I'm going to let y'all know right now. If these motherfuckers fight, I might just root for T.O., bro. I ain't going to lie to you. I don't fuck with neither one of them. Let's not get it misunderstood. But one thing about T.O., he ain't never failed a drug test. You know what I'm saying? T.O., he might be a racist. You know what I'm saying? He might be, flawed mentally, whatever the hell you want to say. But he ain't never failed a drug test. So if I had to select one, I'm gonna go with T.O. Hopefully T.O. rises to the occasion. Ralph said he could see T.O. stopping him late. Damn. They more similar than different though. Who's the lesser of the two evils? Yeah, that should remind me of what was that shit when what was it when Hillary and Trump was going against each other? So we had to pick the lesser of the two evils, or was it Biden and Trump? I think it was Biden and Trump. We had to pick the lesser of the two evils, so I got Biden. No nigga, they both pieces of shit, but I hear you. I'm gonna root for T.O., dog. I'm gonna have my nigga low nose boxing on here. We gonna root for T.O. that whole time. Yo, Lo, I'm back. I'm back in your homie T.O. for this fight, man. Reese said if Ryan lose, Haney versus Ryan part 2 still on? Probably not, for real, but let's say T.O. spank Ryan. Pause. Say he just beat his ass. That'll leave and if Devin comes out successful, you know, we could see Haney versus T.O., which is a great fight too. You know what I'm saying? That's a great fight in itself. But what if they both lose? Like say Haney come up short and Ryan come up short. Then we'll still watch the fight. We'll still watch the fight. But Lo, just know I'm backing you, Lo. I'm supporting your boy T.O. if he fight Ryan. Nobody knows who Haney fighting yet, man. We waiting for the information to come out. A lot of people are speculating it's Jose Ramirez, but we don't know that, so we can't speculate. Haney just tweeted buy 140. What? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Oh shit! Yes, he did. Haney just we got some breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Devin Haney says buy 140. Wow. So I guess he going up to 147 because he definitely ain't going to 35. Woo-wee. So that opens up the options even more, y'all. Could he fight Jose Ramirez at 47? Yeah. But this opens up options even more. Barrios versus Haney. Well, Barrios is available because, Conor Ben about to fight Chris Eubank. So that definitely leaves him available. So if he's able to grab a WBC title at 47 against, he'll beat Barrios. He'll beat Barrios. Especially after that last performance. He said Jalil Haggett. Nah, Dev ain't going to go that low. Jalil lost his last fight. He's not going to go that low. I think he'll fight. I think he'll fight Barrios. Dev versus Norman. Ain't Norman about to ain't Norman about to fight? Or he about to he in camp, I know that. Let's see. He got something listed. He don't got nothing listed on BoxRec, but yeah, Haney. Let's stop it, y'all. Haney not fighting no Boots, man. Boots will beat the shit out of Devin. Badly. Man, Bill could say whatever he want, man. He not fighting Boots after no fucking fight with Ryan Garcia, bro. Shit not happening. Yeah, Haney not making it to Ryan if he fight Boots. Boots on a different level than them niggas, man. I'm telling you. Can't none of them niggas beat Boots in a fight. Not no fucking Dev, not no Shakur, not no fucking Dev, Shakur, Ryan, Tank. Can't none of them niggas beat Boots. None of them. Way too. It's different levels, bro. And I will bet whatever on that. Can't none of them niggas beat Boots. Haney versus Karen. Karen might be a little tough scrap for Dev. Karen a little hard headed motherfucker. Yeah, Ryan was on the juice talking about he knock out Boots. Yeah. Why do y'all want Boots so much? What do you mean? Why do we want to see him fight? Why wouldn't we? Look, like I said, Haney not fighting Boots. It's not happening. You know what I mean? At least not next. I seen Bill say that. Well, Bill say a lot of shit. I don't believe him in that. I don't believe they'll ever fight Boots. And I doubt that they'll chase that fight. I don't think the Haney's cut like that. Like they'll take chances. They'll fight a lot of motherfuckers, but I think that now Haney and Blair, that's interesting. That's interesting. I would love to see that. They got a history with each other too. They done sparred each other and all types of shit. Reef Hound, Blair, Haney and Blair, that's a good one. Yeah, they got picks, cuz. But in Philly, we spell it P-I-C-S, coffee. If a nigga got picks, it's P-I-C-S. We don't include the K. That's who it is. Blair versus Dev. I like it, bro. That'd be a great opportunity for Blair. That's a good comeback fight for Devin. But Blair ain't no tune up. That's a tough job. Woo! Yeah. That'd be dope. That fucking build up would be insane. The trash talk between Blair and Bill and Dev. It's a good job. Why y'all confirming that? Why y'all confirming it like it's Blair? Y'all confirming it? Haney Rolly at 47. Rolly don't want to fight no Haney, man. Rolly be doing everything he can to avoid that topic. He's saying buy 40. I told y'all, man. I was just telling y'all before he came out with the tweet that he'll probably go to 47. He's probably gonna fight Ryan at 47. Listen, Blair got some punching power. Look, I seen an interview from Breadman, right? And Breadman done dealt with a lot of fighters, especially in Philly. He said that Blair, he said that nobody has hit the pads harder than Blair has. Out of all the people that he done hit the pads with, and I think he didn't even held the pads for Boots before. He said nobody has hit the pads as hard as Blair Cobbs. And I've heard motherfuckers that sparred Blair, they said that nigga got some power. So he might not be like this dynamic, high ratio knockout artist, but I've been hearing for a while that Blair could punch. I've been hearing for a minute that Blair could punch. Heard that shit before everybody knew who Blair was. They was talking about he could punch. I know a few people that sparred him too. He a 2-weight world champion. Yeah, I remember Rolly tried to tell me that. He told me that shit on the phone. My girl got that shit on her camera roll. Me and Rolly going back and forth on the phone. He said, at the end of the day, I'm a 2-weight world champion. I said, Rolly, you only had one real belt. Knock it off. Niggas like, dickhead stuttering all over the place. At 147, Ryan will be a lot more dangerous. I mean, you could make the same assumption about Dev, though, because Dev not no small motherfucker. He probably feel good with that additional 7 pounds. You know, Devin was never like this big ass puncher, but you know, in terms of energy and I'm sure he'll feel a lot stronger at the weight. Cause it looked like even with that additional 5 pounds Dev put on, it still looked like he had to really sacrifice to make that weight. You know what I mean? The additional 7 pounds are gonna do wonders. And that's probably the weight class Devin should have been at, if we being honest. Ryan and Devin are fighting on the same card. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't be surprised. How the way Turkey been doing shit, I wouldn't be surprised at all. Yeah, Dev gonna feel he gonna feel solid. Smoochie, what up? He gonna feel solid at 47. He probably never gonna look in 40's direction ever again. Just like I told y'all. So as soon as he go up to 40 and he see how good he feel, he never gonna touch 35 again. Same thing applies. Once he see how good he feel at 47 and how he ain't gotta sacrifice as much, he'll never touch 40 again. And we can kiss that Gervonta Davis fight goodbye. I know a lot of y'all already did that, but if he's saying buy 40, that shit not happening, man. We might get a Shakur and Dev. I think Shakur will go up for that. But Tank, nah. Tank and Dev is gone. It's over. Now that he officially going to 47, it's over. We had a little bit of hope because there was only one weight class apart, but even then, it wasn't going to happen. So, in my opinion, so Slime, we don't know that yet. We just going off of what's being reported. Both of these guys seem confident that they're gonna fight each other. You know what I mean? Ryan signing the contract. T.O. seemed excited about it. I think I forgot who did the interview. Was it Ryan or T.O. that said that they was fighting each other next? I think it was T.O. that said it. And also, let me see. Oscar De La Hoya has been pushing for Garcia and Teofimo anyway. Yep, we just won great fights. That's a fact. If it's Jalil who I got in the fight, I think Haney will beat Jalil. Jalil a baby, yo. He got a lot of work to do. Jalil got a lot of potential, but I don't think he's ready for them top guys yet. Yeah, we don't know if Tank and Shakur will happen. It's a fact. Yeah, Jalil had like all that nigga look like he had chalk on his lips and shit like that. He looked like he ain't gonna be at 47 much longer. Oh shit, we got Radio Raheem. Radio Raheem, the biggest cone.
You know what I'm saying? I'm looking too clean, too fly. Man, woo.
Talk to me about this hardware in your hand.
Well, you know, there's only one in every weight division, and you got to beat the number one. So, hey, this is just a sign to everybody. The junior welterweight world champion, lineal world champion, Teofimo Lopez. You want this? Come and get it.
What award do you think you should be winning tonight?
Oh, yeah, like you said, Raheem, Radio Raheem, man, look, best dressed and most flyers. I'm so dope. Man, I make dopamine look mean. Come on now.
Man, just about every fighter with a name is going to be in the building tonight.
This nigga's a cornball.
If you're on this Ring Magazine Awards red carpet next year, what award do you want to be winning and against who?
Oh, yes. All right. So the award I would love, most definitely, this is my wish, and I'm going to say it right here, and I'm going to stamp it. 2025 Fighter of the Year, Teofimo Lopez. We had it in 2020 in the Sugar Ray Robinson Award. I'm looking forward to doing that and bringing it back 2025.
You know that Turkey's able to make just about any fight that he imagines. What do you want in 2025?
The best of the best. Everybody that think that they could beat me, I would love to face them. You know, it's a shame that Top Rank has to put me with a guy on one offer of Sabrina Matias who has no value, who holds no value. Why not get the likes of Jerron and his boots and put a bigger price? Or why not unify and fight Richardson Hitchens for the IBF world title in New York? I mean, let's make boxing great again, right?
That's right. Now, I'm expecting Eddie Hearn to be here tonight. Boots is a fight that I think we'd all want to see. Is this a conversation you can get started?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, well, to be honest, I can't. Let me take that back. Got to put on my political hat and say that, you know, it's we got to talk to my team. Everybody just got to talk to my team and my lawyers.
Who's the fighter of the year for you?
Fighter of the year for me, I would have to say Turkey Alashi, His Excellency, because he just revamped and re-envisioned the Ring magazine. That's what it's all about.
Let me give you another question. There's a big fight on the 22nd. I hope I see you out in Saudi. Just give me your predictions for the top 2 on the card. Obviously, the rematch would better be Evan People. How do you have it?
Man, every time we say better be Evan, it scares me. It scares me. Oh, man, I get shivers, man. I got him winning again. I don't know why people debated that.
A clown.
He took the last championship rounds as a true champion. Hey, I don't take nothing away from Bebo. He's earned it as well. And look, they're about to fight again, rematch in Saudi Arabia.
The only guy with a belt other than Usyk is Daniel Dubois, and he's got a big fight on his hands with Joseph Parker. How do you see that fight going?
Oh, my goodness. Okay. Daniel Dubois, he's on a roll right now. He's on a hot streak. And I look
Why is it that I can't
him,
find none of his fucking interviews?
I look forward to seeing that matchup and build up.
Straight
Absolutely,
fucking goofy. Who you talking about? Easy?
Again. Let's do it.
Let's see. The fuck? Did they take down his interviews, bro? Yeah, we can all agree T.O. was a fucking lame. Why I can't find... Hold on. Oh, PYP Boxing hit 1K. Salute to PYP Boxing, man. That's an amazing milestone. And you know what I mean? Now we build the 2K, man. I'm about to hit 2,500.
Well,
for the 54 people that's in here, man, if y'all can help me get to 2,500, I think I'm only like 6 subscribers away. Let me see. I'm 4 subscribers away from the 2,500 mark. You feel what I'm saying? So if you guys can help me get there with the 54 people that's in the building, that'd be very much appreciated. You see what I'm saying?
Here, obviously, and it must feel good though for the boxing community to be welcoming you in. You're presenting on the stage tonight. How did it feel to be just back around the fight scene and everybody that's here today?
It's really cool. I mean, something that kind of
okay.
missed,
So it was Ryan that teased
really
the Teofimo Lopez fight next.
It's cool being around everybody, but watching everybody continue their careers while I had to wait, sucked. But now I'm here and talking business and ready to fight again.
Speaking of business, I was surprised actually that Devin said the only road back is through you. I mean, that's not a quote, but he said this is the fight he wants. This is the only fight for him next.
Like I would be down to do a rematch, but a lot of things need to play out the way I need them to play out. So that can happen. I mean, first and foremost, he needs to drop the lawsuit, even if he wants to have a conversation about it. To me, I thought that was a weak move by him, and now he wants to backtrack and say that's how he's going to get it back. But before he was saying different. So
shout out to the boy, Easy.
But I'm ready to fight him. I mean, I've already fought him and beat him. So
he's put his own stipulations on it, saying he's going to demand 24-hour drug testing all the way leading up.
I'll put my predicaments on it. We won't be using VADA. I'll be using the people I want to use because for some reason Bill Haney keeps on saying VADA. It's kind of strange to me. Why can't I use USADA or any other organization? Seems a little fishy to me.
He's lucky.
They love VADA and VADA loves
He's
them.
lucky.
It's just weird. I mean,
listen, man. He's lucky that I'm not the one holding that motherfucking microphone, bro. So lucky. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
But he's asking those questions. I wonder why.
Do you feel like there's something awry at VADA?
Well, I just feel like they're too entangled. I mean, it's a conflict of interest, truly. I mean, I know in my heart of hearts, I never took steroids in my life. And to this day, I'll go down till I die saying I never did.
I bet you would.
To me, that really struck a nerve in me and really just tarnished my victory and made it into a no contest. I mean, just all the things that, I wore forward. Like, that was my best victory, and they took it away. So, yeah, I'm a little salty about it, and I'll never use VADA again because, to me, that's fishy. I tested negative.
He'll never use VADA again because they revealed he had a positive test. Interesting.
All the way through, and all of a sudden I'm positive. Like, after I beat him, come on. And then all of a sudden, his freaking brother posted way before everybody even knew that I was going to test positive. Nobody's asking these questions and nobody's caring. So it's like, it's just absurd and weird to me.
What do you think is the answer to those questions?
I'm not going to make accusations. Obviously, they're suing me already. So I'm just going to keep it shut and just say, I don't know what happened. But to me, it's a little fishy.
It always looks like you're having a good time. I think that's something you put on purpose. But we know that this couldn't be all that fun. Nobody wants to be suspended. Nobody wants to have their livelihood taken away. No. What has it been like, for real, like the bullshit aside? What's it been like going through all this? If you are indeed innocent and feel that, what's it been like having to live through this and having all the doubts, not just about the fight, but your mental stability, your integrity, the whole thing?
I mean, it's been tough, man. I've had a tough year, regardless. Regardless of this situation. My mom had been diagnosed with cancer in the same year, and just a lot of things in my personal life. It felt like one thing after another, and then, for me to be here and just like kind of like trying to have a good time, it took a lot of work. So for me, I'm happy I'm here. I'm dressed up. I'm excited to see everybody, but really, I'm still a little salty. But things move on, and you got to just continue life. And like I said, I'll be ready for whatever happens. It's looking like I'm gonna fight Teofimo Lopez, so that's good. I've seen him today. It's a little strange, but other than that, he's ready to whoop his ass.
Well, wait a minute. It looks like you're gonna fight him. What's giving that look?
I don't know, man. You just gotta wait. You gotta wait and see.
All right, before I let you go,
but after I do fight him, I'll be the first one to fight all three of the so-called 4 kings. I'm the only one that's fought all of them: Tank, Devin, and Teofimo Lopez. So I'm out here actually throwing it down with everybody. Seems like everybody's scared or whatever going on over here. So,
and lastly, as we said, like, we know why.
Oh man, Eastside, Easy Side, fuck with your channel, bro. You cover boxing and not just one fighter. Well, that's the intention, my brother. I appreciate you recognizing that and supporting the channel. You feel what I'm saying? Salute. Dave's right there. How Devin brother knew that? Look, I don't know. Maybe they got notified before the public got notified. You know what I'm saying? I can't really, we don't really know all the information behind that. But regardless of who knew what before the public, the reality remains that Ryan Garcia tested positive. So, I don't really care about that extra shit or these additional questions. One thing we can't dispute is that the man cheated. Simple and plain. You know what I mean? So we in the open topic section of the video right now, man. So let me answer a couple questions before I get up out of here. You feel what I'm saying? Because I am looking forward to some well-needed rest. You feel me? So what we talking about? I answered a shit ton of questions even before we hit the open boxing topic. So what we talking about? Ryo is losing to Antoine. He may very possibly lose. He might struggle with Antoine's volume and his pressure, his aggression. Bivol is winning part 2. He can make the adjustments, man, but the more chances he takes, the more dangerous it could be. That's a difficulty in fighting. Arthur Betterbeeve. You feel me? Tank and Roach has an official undercard, but for some reason it's not listed on BoxRec. You got Betterbeeve knocking him out. Ooh-wee. Madrimov is beating Ortiz. Niggas gonna be sick if Madrimov beat Ortiz, bro. Okay, if Bivol beats Better Beef this time, does that open it up for a trilogy or what? I think the boy beats Parker too. You said Jamel is holding up the card. Turkey blackballing Tank. How the fuck he blackballing Tank when he been trying to make the fight with? He been trying to make fights with Tank, and Tank keep turning him down and talking shit about him every chance he get. Turkey ain't blackballing Tank. Tank blackballing Tank. He in his own way. They could probably still make a fight happen even after all that shit he talked. That's if Turkey don't take it personal. Tank versus everybody. Sound good. It's ironic you say that when he don't want to fight anybody. Tank versus everybody, but he don't want to fight anybody. Do I think Fury fights Joshua? I think that'll be the next fight. I think Fury full of shit. I think that he's going into a fake retirement again. Once Turkey Al-Sheikh and Frank Warren sit Fury big ass down and shoot him some numbers for a fight with Anthony Joshua out in the UK, I'm sure he'll get back in camp and prepare for Anthony Joshua. You know what I mean? It might have been difficult to make back when Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren were at odds and shit like that, but we're in a totally different space right now. You know, Turkey making shit happen. So, you know, I think that'll be the next fight for both of them. That's literally the fight that makes the most sense at this point in time. Like, AJ, you just got sparked your last fight. Fury, you lost back-to-back. Y'all might as well rumble each other, bro, while the fight's still hot, because that shit is definitely still do numbers. And if y'all was to add a solid undercard under that, y'all got yourself a big-ass event. Matchroom versus Golden Boy 5B5 is being prepped for June. Ooh-wee. I hope Boots is a part of that. Well, he fighting in April, so probably not. Allegedly April. I don't know. Don't hold me to it. That's just what I heard. Jack Catterall versus Arnold Barbosa. I think that's a great fight. I think Catterall is gonna defeat Arnold Barbosa, but I think it's a good joint. I'm not leaking anything. I don't have that confirmed. If I did, I wouldn't have said it. There was a lot of dates and shit that I knew that I never put out there, so there ain't no rat. Conwell, ooh-wee, Charles Conwell. That's a scary motherfucker. This nigga said Tyson got an ass like Taylor Swift. That's crazy. And ironically, he got a jackass as his profile pic. Can't make this shit up. I'm pretty confident that Boots' next opponent will be Stanionis, though, y'all. This is going to be a unification fight. Yeah, it was a weird comment. You talking about Tyson Fury ass? That's crazy. We don't talk about that over here. He does talk about block him. Yo, crazy. Ray Sav versus Oshaki. I like Ray Sav, man. Maybe it's because I'm biased. He from Camden. Camden literally, bro. Like, if I was to go down this block right here, if I was to go down this way, go straight down, make a right, and make 2 lefts, I'm in Camden. So I look at him just like how I look at any other Philly fighter, bro. You know what I mean? The bridge between Philly and Camden is only 1.5 miles long. I used to run to Ben Franklin. The Ben Franklin connect Philly and Camden. You know what I mean? So I fuck with Camden heavy. I have no idea who Nick Ball fighting next. I don't think Ray Sav waiting for anybody in particular. I think he waiting for an opportunity, a fight date. Okay, Nick Ball fighting TJ. Oh yeah, I think I did hear that. Yeah, they fighting March 15th. Ray Sav versus Tank. Why would we even discuss that? Because you think Tank gonna move Ray up like he did Lamont? I doubt it.
Okay, super.
But all right, y'all, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I'm burnt out. I ain't even gonna hold you, man. Salute to the nation and the mob. I appreciate the 44 people that's in the building. If y'all can hit the like button on the way out, that'll be very much appreciated. You feel what I'm saying? For those of y'all who's helping me get to that 2,500 mark, I appreciate it very much. We're only 2 subscribers away, so if you guys can come together to try to make this shit happen, let's make it happen. Y'all have a blessed, beautiful night. I'm out of here, man. Peace.